In this video tutorial, we're going to walk through how to create an event manually through the SubitUp system. In order to do this, you'll go over to the left-hand side of your screen, click on Events, and then you'll be able to click on Create Event, which is the second one down. This is going to pop up and it's going to give you lots of different options in order to actually create and customize the event specific to what you need as far as staffing and all the information that will be needed to be inputted into the system. So to start, very first thing will be the event name. So let's just type in what we want this event name to be. And keep in mind, this is also what the shift names are going to be for the employees. So I'd recommend making this very specific to what they will need to see. So I will start this off with basketball game versus state. If you want to pick a color for what you want this event to be, if you color code games, maybe basketball games are always a different color. You can choose what you want that color to be. In the event description, this is something that you'll have the option to use as the shift note for all the shifts that the employees are being created for. So if you want to put anything in here, such as game is at Smith Hall, you're welcome to do so. We'll hit next step. Next, we want to choose GL codes. So these are any GL codes that could be associated with this event. So if you already have them created, you can see that there would be a list here that you can create and choose multiple GL codes. If you need to create a new one, you can do that right here on the screen. Right-hand side, click Create New GL Code, and you can put that in right here. These GL codes are generally used for payroll reporting purposes. We'll go ahead and hit Next Step. And this is where you can categorize by event type. This is specific for use on some of our labor staff reports for the different reporting tools within the event tab. You can see those over here on the left-hand side underneath reports. So if you group these together by type in order to see these on these reports, you can choose the different types that we have already created here, or you can choose Create New Event Type and put that in and create a brand new one. Next step, genre, same thing. These are just for use on reporting purposes. So if you have these already created and you want to choose one, or if you want to create a new one, you can do that right here. So the next step is putting in when your event is going to happen. So if it's just a one-day event, you can put in that one day. If it's actually going to be a two-day event, however, you can put that in as well. So let's say for this event, it's actually going to be a two-day event. We're going to start at noon on the 28th, and we're going to go to the 29th at 8 p.m. Because we had 2 days, we're actually going to be able to name these. We're going to be able to name these different days to further specify which day they are part of. So maybe for this first game, it's just day one. That's totally fine. But the second game is an if necessary situation. So I'll just be able to put if necessary to call this for the second day. After we've named these days, the next portion here is putting in the location of where these events are happening. And we can choose, since we have a multi-day event, are these days both the same, or do we need to choose a different location for each day? So if we choose a different one for each day, we'll see both of these 2 different days within the same event here, and we can choose our location, arena, or wherever else it could be. We can also choose create a new location right here. If we need to put that in with a new name, address, we can put in the times that it's open, so we have all this information saved within the SubitUp system. Once this is in, we'll hit Next Step. And we'll now need to add in the staff. So this is the most important part of this, is making sure this is accurate of when the staff will actually work. Your game time may not be the same times that staff actually need to work within the system. So we have 2 different options here. First, if we already have a staffing template, we can choose Select from Template and choose one of those that we already have created and saved. And for more information on that, I would definitely recommend checking out some videos on our support site regarding staffing templates for events and how that works. But for us in this scenario, we're just going to hit Add Positions and create these manually. So for day one, which positions do we need to work? I'm just going to choose a couple of my positions here. And then we'll be able to go to Next Step to add times. Again, this is specific for day one. So on the 28th, maybe day one, noon is a good start time, but the first shift of the day only goes till 4. And then we're going to say how many shifts we need. So for this position, equipment staff, we need 3 people. You can also put in specific GL codes here if you'd like. These are the ones that we already loaded in the previous screen up here, as well as area. So area is just another way that you're going to be able to that you're going to be able to group things for reporting purposes. If you need to create a new area, you don't see one on here that you need, you can actually do that on the left-hand side underneath Manage Settings, underneath Events. And if you want to put in a shift note here, you can type in a manual one, or you can just use the event description if you like. And we'll go ahead and add the shift. And let's say for day one, the second shift is 4 p.m. till the end of the shift. So we'll just change the start time to 4 p.m. We need 3 of those. We have our GL codes here. Maybe we don't need to put it in an area. And we'll say, please close the gym for the closing shift. And we'll add this in. After this is all correct, and you can make sure this is good down here, we'll hit save and continue. And we'll do the same thing for the front desk. Maybe the front desk is just one big shift for the whole day. So we'll say we need 5 of these. We'll put in our GL code, use our event description, and add the shift. And this is good to go. We'll hit save and continue. So now we're on for the second day. So we can go through that whole process again and do it manually for the second day. But if it's the same as the previous day's schedule, we can just hit previous schedule. And this is going to take what we previously had put in and just put it on for the new date. So it'll tell you what it auto added in here for equipment staff for us. And if we need to make any changes, we just hit the pencil button and we're able to make a change. Like maybe on this day, the shift actually goes until 5. Or we only need 2 people for it instead. And we can update that, and that's been live updated. If we need to add in another shift for any other reason, we can do that here as well. So let's go ahead and hit save and continue. And front desk is the same thing. It automatically put this in. We can always update those times or whatever else we need to do. Hit save and continue again. And last but not least, it's going to give you a quick rundown here of just all the different information that we had already put in. We can see details for each day if we'd like and make edits if we need to as well. We hit create event, and this event has now been successfully created. Now from here, there's 3 different things that we can do. We can just go straight to the event and view what we've already created. We can create another event. If we're rapid fire creating events, we can go and do another one right after this one. Or we can request our availability from staff. And this is the survey-based availability method. If you're doing that method, I would highly recommend watching the support video on requesting availability through surveys in the event-based module. So that video will walk you through exactly how to use that system. You can also go just straight back to the event calendar by choosing View Event Calendar. And that was how to create an event manually within SubitUp. If you have any questions at all, I would absolutely recommend reaching out to our support team. You can email us, support@subitup.com, or give us a call at 617-401-8733. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks so much.